All right, it's Daniel Murphy. I'm just about done the rakers on this saw. It's a Steel 361. I never run a 361 yet. I think they're decent saws. Looks like about a 24-inch bar on there. I'm in Mexico. So no hearing protection, no chaps, no helmet. We're gonna drop a couple trees to, these guys have a big garden that they feed the community with here. And these trees are starting to grow, taking their morning sun away. So we're gonna drop a couple of them in the woods. I looked at the trees yesterday from a distance. They look like they have a pretty decent lean to them, that we should be able to get them down okay. I got the sausage going this morning. I put it into a little piece of wood. It was not cutting at all. The teeth don't look too bad. I only have like a couple of these old rusty, you know. I mean, I'm barely getting anything out of there. And this is not a skip tooth chain, so there's a million of these teeth on here. And I got one tooth left to go, one raker left to go. So hopefully bringing those rakers down will do this saw some good, because the teeth don't look that bad. They're not great, but maybe I should put a couple strokes on them. Anyhow, I'll do that after we get off camera. So these are not hardwoods. This is there's the growing season goes throughout the year here. I think they don't have the growth rings. I think it's just all softwood. You can't really count on it to hinge much. We'll see how it goes out there. You know, I'm not really a logger. I don't really drop trees in the woods. We're going to try to get these trees down. But if we just get them over and lean it up into other trees, it's not obviously how you'd like to leave a tree, but there's no one that ever goes back there and just keep them from growing up and taking more of that sunshine out. On the other hand, they may want them for firewood, so I could probably get them down. We'll see. But so I'm trying to do all that and kind of get it all done in a hurry here. So thanks for watching, and let me put a few strokes on these teeth here, and we'll get cutting here shortly. Thank you. All right, so these are the trees. This main one, he tried to girdle this a couple years ago. Sometimes it takes quite a few years for the tree actually to dry out, but that's got a good bit of lean this way. This tree's in our way, so I'm gonna like soften this tree up, cripple it, and then it should go. I probably want to go a little left. This tree's leaning pretty hard this way. I'm gonna try to take it a little left. The garden's over here to the right. Nobody ever comes back in these woods, so anything that comes down here doesn't even have to hit the ground. But I'd like, obviously, to get things down out of the way. This is the most important tree, and then we're gonna start working on some of these other ones around here too. Hopefully we can get them down in a decent order where it's done in a safe way. So I'm gonna start with this guy here. Here you go, bro. He's running. Gracias. We'll start with this guy here and just make some room. FYI, that's already starting to settle on the saw. I'm barely a third of the way through there. All right, let's go over this. There was the hole, and that's where we made it. It was leaning hard here, but there was the hole, and it made it. I actually used the scissor wheel. I have no idea. I guess it engaged. Look at the size of this hinge. Look how fat that hinge is over here. This is softwood. I've heard about this tropical wood. You know, it just doesn't have much holding ability. But look, it had a lean, and you know, you can actually get more turn out of a tree that's got some lean when you use these fat hinges with the scissor wheels. You can see that ripped out down here. So, oh, I guess that came from back here. I don't know if that was enough to allow this scissor wheel actually had any effect at all. It probably didn't, but this fiber still here had enough to pull a tapered hinge, and she went our way. And then just cutting the rest of them, crippling them up. So that's good so far. We got one down. We'll see what we want to do next here. My glasses are fogging up. All right, guys, so far so good. My first tree's cut in Mexico.